Hi, so welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we solve the problem of two equal sum sub arrays. So this problem says that when an array integers array return true if possible to split into two sub arrays without reordering the element such that the sum of two sub array are equal if not possible then return false. Oh, the problem is very simple. The problem says that given an array we need to check whether can be split into two contiguous subarray such that both have equal sum. Correct? Means there is, and in that there is an important note is there is no reordering allowed and split must be contiguous. Continuous prefix plus suffix. Correct? Yes. Now if total sum is equal to s, if total sum is equal to s, then we need to what? Prefix. Prefix sum is equal to s by 2. Then why? And why? Because of prefix plus suffix is equal to total sum. If we have to found the prefix sum, like here this is the prefix sum and this is the suffix sum, right? These two. So prefix sum plus suffix sum is equal to total sum. So if prefix is equal to suffix, if prefix is equal to suffix, then both is equal to s by 2, then the answer is equal, right? That's the problem. So what is the brute force approach which comes in my mind? The brute force approach, like first is left is equal to 0 to I and right is equal to I plus 1 to n minus 1. Got it? That is the correct one. Why? Because the starting from the I 0 to I, right? And then I just I plus 1 to n minus 1, right? Check if sum is equal or not. If the sum is equal, then we got our correct answer, then we return the true. If not, then return false. So the brute force approach, it will just take a lot of time, but yes, I explain the code, what is the code of brute force approach and what thinking when we write the brute force approach. So in there, like int n is equal to array dot size, and with that for int I is equal to 0 से लेकर के from the 0 to greater than of n minus 1, correct, and I plus plus. Now the same thing is int, that is the left sum is equal to 0 and right sum is equal to 0, that both are 0 0. Now there is int j is equal to 0, j greater than is equal to I and j plus plus. Got it? This is so left sum plus is equal to array of j. Got it? This is the problem. Now there is for int j is equal to I j, not I plus 1, correct, and j greater than is equal to n and j plus plus. Now in that, from the, like there is a left sum, this is the left sum. Now this is the right sum and I just have to calculate the right sum. So right sum plus is equal to array of j. Got it? Now if left sum is equal to right sum, then return true, and otherwise return false. If I will get the, like, what is that brute force approach? First we just have to calculate the left sum, then right sum, and then if the left sum and right sum is correct, equal, then return true, otherwise false. So yes, we can just check what is this. Yeah, it will correct, but I think it will give the TLE. Yeah, why? Because in that the time complexity of order of n square, and here says that we just have to write the code in this format. So after that I just come in the better approach. So what is the better approach here? So pre-compute prefix sum. left sum is equal to prefix sum I and right sum is equal to total sum minus prefix sum. So that is the point. Like whenever we just get the equals of right sum, like I have the 5, right? You assume you have the 5 and you have to found there is any chance to found the 5. So what we can do, you just calculate your first 5 and then calculate again ki there is any chance to found the 5. Yes, if you got the 5, then that is the right sum is equal to total sum minus prefix I, right? So that is the, so in that what is the approach, that is the prefix sum approach, right? In that prefix sum approach, so int n is equal to array dot size and prefix, there is vector 2 long long and prefix 2 n, correct, and prefix of 0 is equal to array of 0. Now for int I is equal to 0, I greater than is equal to n and I plus plus, right? Now prefix I is equal to prefix of I minus 1 plus array of I. What is this concept here and what is this? So if we have the prefix sum and 0 is equal to array of 0, we just firstly initialize this 0. Now I just start the loop and then calculate the prefix sum is equal to prefix sum minus I minus 1 plus array of I. We just calculate this. Now there is a chance to long right, and total is equal to prefix of n minus 1, right? Here I just calculate the whole prefix to n minus 1. Now there is one more loop for int I is equal to 0 to I greater than is equal to n minus 1 and I plus plus, and then long left is equal to prefix of I and long of right is equal to total minus left. Got it? Here now if left is equal to right, then return true, the same concept which you have to see in the brute force, and here return false if not possible. Simple one, right? Now I just check it will run or not and it will pass the alter test or not. So what is the problem? The problem is the line number. So in that the problem is, what is the problem here? That is the problem, sorry, my bad. Yeah, now it will not pass any of single test cases. How it is possible, man? Again I just check. That is good. Array and a vector long prefix of n, correct one. Now prefix equal to 0 and array is equal to 0, ठीक है. Now from the, oh, that is the not from the 0. Why? Because we have to initialize the 0 as 0. So we start from the 1, not from the 0, right? And then yeah, it will pass all the test cases very successfully. Now, and in that there is a time complexity of order of n and the space is also order of n. So there is a chance to optimize the space. Yes, we can optimize the space, right? So in that time complexity of order of n and the space is order of n, right? Now approach 3 are the better solutions. No need to extra array. Why? First calculate the total sum, then traverse the maintain running sum. Got it? What we can do? Here we just have to calculate and that and we just have to store in the vector sum extra spaces. But in that no need to extra spaces. We just first calculate the total sum, then traverse and maintain running sum, right? So in that I just write the code. How can you write? So that is the long of total is equal to 0 and then 4 int x2 array and total plus is equal to x, right? And if total mod 2 is not equal to 0, then return false, right? Now long and current sum is equal to 0 and for int I is equal to 0 to I greater than is equal to array dot size and I plus plus, right? Now current sum a plus is equal to array of I, and then if current sum is equal to total, then divided by 2, then return true and return false. Now check it will run or not. So in that you can see there is no need to extra spaces. I just calculate the whole array here, and like in here, if total is odd, cannot split. If there is total is odd, then cannot need to split this, and then I just have to compute from the int and just current sum is equal to total by 2, then return that is. So in that, in brute force, what we can thought, we can try all possible splits points and compute left and right sums, but this will take order of n square, right, time. And optimization idea, instead of recomputing sums repeating, we can calculate total sum once and track prefix sum while iterating. That is the optimal idea. And what is the key logic? The if any index prefix sum becomes equal to half of the total sum, we can split the array there, right? And what is the edge case here? If total sum is odd, it's impossible to split into equals halves, right? And the third one is, then the last one is complexity. This gives the order of n and a space is order of 1, which is optimal, correct? So that is the point. So thank you for staying till the end, and please like, subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.